The marvelous Piton Mountains near the town of Soufrière in the gorgeous island of St. Lucia. That's where we are in the Southern Caribbean for this wonderful second T20 International between the West Indies women and Ireland. Well, it's been a great and competitive series so far. West Indies got by Ireland in the ODIs 2-0, and they've won the first T20 International. So today, sure to be more fireworks from the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Hello everyone and welcome. Great to have you watching from wherever you are in the world. I've got Stacey-Ann King beside me, World Cup winner and former West Indies all-rounder. Stacey-Ann, we had a great and competitive first T20I.
Yeah, last ball thriller, Alex Jordan. I'm sure no one will forget that. Shemaine Campbell and of course the West Indies ladies getting over the line. Took off for that single, needed a single off the last ball, and Shemaine Campbell, vice captain of this West Indies team, well, she did it for her team. It didn't look very good, but it was done.
Absolute agony for Ireland, and Cara Murray's there.
Cara Murray bowled a wide the ball before, so she would be feeling that and thinking that she can change things this time around, but nothing to take away from this West Indies team holding their nerves to get over the line.
Right, indeed. Well, that first T20I, Ireland, only Delaney and Richardson really doing anything for Ireland with the bat. Good all-round performance by Hayley Matthews. And we saw some success for Cherry-Ann Fraser with the ball up front.
Yeah, I thought she did really well, Cherry-Ann Fraser, and the West Indies bowlers on the whole, but just the deck, hitting the deck pretty hard. I think they miscalculated, misjudged how quick she really is. And picked up her first wickets in power play as well for West Indies. So good signs, bright signs for this West Indies pace bowling lining attack.
Well, you can see the bright faces there. Very relieved they were to get hold of that. This is us live today at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. We had a little toss a little earlier, which Ireland won. And Ireland decided they were going to have a bat first. The Irish team, well, they're going with the same 11. They'll want some more runs from that top order, Hunter, Lewis, Prendergast. But there have been some good returns from their bowlers. We'll want more of the same today.
And just one change for West Indies. Kiana Joseph comes in for Stephanie Taylor, just taking a bit of precaution, resting her because she got injured in that first innings of the last match. So Afi Fletcher will be again played a nice little cameo, but their batting, they'll need a bit more from their batters.
All right, well, opportunity for Kiana Joseph as well. Maybe to come in and score some runs there. Amy Hunter, the 17-year-old. 19 matches, has had a 43 already in this format. But she's been short of runs this series and will be very keen to get her account underway today. Shamilia Connell, opening strike bowler for the West Indies. Stacey-Ann, we heard Hayley Matthews in the press conference the other day with a few question marks around the opening bowling, the new ball bowling.
Yeah, they've been quite wayward at times, not hitting their marks, but you always look for a good start from your pacers because we saw spin come into play quite early from Hayley Matthews in the previous match. So she'll be expecting a good start once again from them.
All right, we're getting ready for first ball here at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground in St. Lucia for this second T20 International between West Indies and Ireland. Historic series, really. First time Ireland have been in the West Indies for a series. Gabby Lewis has been fantastic. She's really been a class above and phenomenal to watch. Didn't make any runs in the first T20I, but don't expect the same again today. Really a quality player and will be a linchpin for this Irish side. We're off the mark right away. Hunter got a bit of an edge, but got off strike.
Yeah, deliberately played that to that delivery, that shot to that delivery. Got some width from Shamila Connell. Got up and over that inner ring.
Matthew Fletcher cleaned up.
The two fielders out for Shamila Connell. She has a deep third and a fine leg, which is quite square. Afi Fletcher in that third position, that deep third position. And Ashmini Munisa in that square, a fine position.
We just had a slight drizzle just before first ball here. Blew over very quickly, thankfully, so a little moisture around. Shabika Gajnabi, she's been good in the field for the West Indies. Energetic, busy cricketer. Oh, it's a wide given. Titan Butler, our standing umpire from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that square leg, we've got Jonathan Blades out of Barbados. Tipped his cap there like we knew we were looking at him. Jacqueline Williams out of Jamaica is the third umpire. And Rion King, our match referee. Well, that's a better line from Shamilia Connell. Gabby Lewis, so crucial to this lineup.
Yeah, usually bowls are very hard length. Shamila Connell. And quite excels most times in these power play overs.
It's another wide. Commentator's curse, isn't it? A couple of wides to start here.
You can just see the swing that she's still getting. Just needs to line that delivery up a bit more. Start more on that fourth stump. And to keep that slip in play.
That's another wide. Hayley Matthews, that slip as usual. Hands on her hips. The captain, West Indies captain, I'm not sure she agreed with that wide call.
Eventually looking as though it is a wide, but again, the movement for Connell. I wonder what Sir Kirtley will have to say about that wide.
That's a really good stop. Kiana Joseph just back into the side today.
Yeah, that's the effort you want to see in the field. A much straighter delivery from Connell. Diving to her left, to her stronger hand, Kiana Joseph.
Right, just one to finish the over. That's one gone. Ireland 6 without loss. Little cloud there we see coming up in the east, but lots of breeze here in St. Lucia. So we hope it will blow over, but a stunning, stunning ground here. Chanel Henry with the ball, 43 matches. Economy of 6.77, a best 3 for 26. She had a couple of half centuries in the ODI series. Coming on with the bat. Seeing her now with ball in hand. Oh, it's inside edge. Well, she'll be happy and grateful for that, Amy Hunter. She'll get 4 for it.
Yeah, fortuitous from Amy Hunter. You talk about starting well. Don't think Henry did a lot wrong in this delivery. Got the inside edge and ran away for 4.
Two fielders out with the deep point, deep third. Oh, nice aggression in the field there again from Afi.
It struggled, Janelle Henry, with that line to find the right line in the first T20. I think she went for 10 in her first over. Started off much better here. Has the protection, as you mentioned, to the offside.
Oh, it's a good ball. Looking a little unsure, Lewis, with that one.
Yeah, good movement.
Fully aware of the responsibility she bears in this side, Gabby Lewis. She'll also be aware of Amy Hunter's current form. Hasn't really lived up to her potential yet in this part of the world. Another opportunity at the top here with Lewis. Split the field. I think they'll come back for 2 here.
All right.
This will be doing Hunter a world of good.
Yeah, good start, and of course, good running, good communication between the wickets. I would have had an opening partnership stand of 28 in the first match.
But then those top 3 actually combined for 36 runs in total. So
Work team.
2 gone, 14 without loss. Beautiful time of evening here. So the West Indies women, Kiana Joseph is in for an injured Stephanie Taylor, and Ireland 11 the same as the first T20I. Stephanie Taylor, a little hamstring niggle in the first match, so in an abundance of caution. Just after 5 p.m. here in St. Lucia, a beautiful time of day in the Caribbean. Sun just on its way down. Cool breeze across the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Oh, some confusion. Chance for a run out here. And they like it. They finger up. Oh, they're gonna go to the third umpire. Good sharp work in the field from the Windies.
Yeah, really good work from Cherry Ann Fraser. I always say, don't run on a misfield. Really good awareness.
She's walking already, Gabby Lewis. All right, we have a look at this. It was a really sharp throw collected by Shemaine Campbell. Good take from the wicketkeeper and out. Out by a long way.
A really good balance from Campbell, getting herself into position for that return from Cherry Ann Fraser. And confirmation from the umpire. Lewis goes for 2, 14 for 1.
Middle, please. Center? Yeah. Doesn't touch me. Thank you. Right down, over 5
Orla Prendergast, the new batter, has had a best of 75. Good aggressive batter. And she's gone up and over already off the first ball. Doesn't seem too concerned about being in so early, Stacey Enking.
You know, this is the reason why she's here, because that run out, just the awareness from Cherry Ann Fraser. Came off her tie, had a misfield, but got it on the bounce. Committed to that run. West Indies get there first. All celebrations.
They're first, and it's a giant in Gabby Lewis. Oh, that's a nice shot. Evaded the slip fielder. It will be good just to face a couple of balls for Amy Hunter, having had such a slow start to the series.
This should be her best start, 10 from 7. But again, just from our Ireland perspective, they need to make sure that they don't lose batters who have gotten in. And someone has to take the responsibility to bat at least 10 overs. If anyone can do it, it's these two. Prendergast is Ireland's most destructive stroke maker. Only scored 4 in that first match, so she'll know that they're depending on her as well.
Cherry Ann Fraser again sharp there at that short point position.
Short length delivery from Connell once again. But bowling to her field.
Well, successful over for Shamilia Connell. 3 gone. Ireland 17 for 1.
They've won the toss, Ireland, and they need to put runs on the board. They've already lost Hunter. They've already lost Gabby Lewis, I beg your pardon, run out. So they depend on Hunter and Prendergast. They're still on Delaney and Richardson to come.
Captain Hayley Matthews now taking the ball. Introduce some spin here. Well, she just has always been outstanding. Have had a 3-for in the first T20I.
Oh yeah, start it, skip up.
Long on and mid-wicket back.
Come on, girls, come on, girls. Work, girls, come on.
Yeah,
team.
responsibility on Orla Prendergast's shoulders. She was an attacking midfielder. She was a footballer, also played for the Republic of Ireland. Decided to go with cricket as she saw the real progress being made with women's cricket.
Get it.
Oh, this is just, oh, this is soft. Lobbed into the offside. She cannot believe it. Looks to the heavens, but she's got to go, Prendergast, and Matthews strikes.
Well, she usually destroys off spin, Orla Prendergast. But Hayley Matthews, well, she has been perfect throughout this series. A brilliant catch by Ashmini Munisa. How much will this cost Ireland? They've now lost Orla Prendergast, the second wicket for 2.
Tell me when, Craig. Well, Laura Delaney, the captain, coming out to bat, finds herself in a similar position as she was in the first T20I, with her top order going quickly and cheaply.
Come on, team.
So she'll have a role to play here again as some glue in this innings.
And the reason why she's here is because of the brilliance of Hayley Matthews and Chanel Henry.
Thank you.
Right arm over.
Come on, Key.
Well, Hayley Matthews did say had she won the toss, she would have had a bat first as well, but I bet she won't take it back. Probably very pleased with this start. She put a slip in. Kiana Joseph, St. Lucian.
Sometimes you talk about your strengths being your weaknesses. Hayley Matthews bringing herself in this power play to bowl her off spin because she knows that she can vary pace. You mentioned she picked up those 3 wickets. Because Ireland, their batters, they like off spin, but it has also come to their downfall as well.
Working, skipper, working, skipper. Work, team, work, team.
Amy Hunter surveying her real estate. Just 1 run so far and a wicket from this over by Matthews.
Oh yes, skip it. Work, skip. Work, team, work, team.
The best all-rounder in T20Is in the world, Hayley Matthews. Oh, she got hold of that one though. Beautiful shot from Amy Hunter. 4 to finish. That's 4 gone. Ireland 22 for 2.
Yeah, releasing a bit of pressure there, Amy Hunter. Knew that long on wasn't one of the feelers out, and it cleared the boundary. Much needed runs for Ireland and much needed runs for Amy Hunter.
Sherry Ann Fraser into the attack from the commentary or the media center end. 22 for 2 from 4. Just 2 overs remaining here in the power play. I'm joined by Shakira Selman. Ireland just a little short of what we saw the other day. They would have scored some 41 runs in that first power play. 2 wickets down, but Amy Hunter still at the crease. Probably her best showing so far. Can't quite find the gap. Ghaznavi does. Some expert fielding there at cover point. Brilliant bit of fielding. The West Indies well up for it today in the field, Shakira.
Yeah, a real bolt of energy from these West Indian fielders so far. Excellent bit of work by Shabika Ghaznavi at cover point. Irish managed to scramble a single, however.
What have you made of the start so far from the West Indies with the ball?
It's not been bad. I mean, they have 2 wickets already in 4 overs, so they'll be happy with the start. Hayley Matthews obviously introducing herself quite early once more. Chanel Henry just bowling the 1 over from the pavilion end. Matthews taking that crucial wicket of Arlo Prendergast, who hasn't yet had a real impact with the bat in this series. Very close there Ooh, direct hit, and she was probably gone. But good bit of work by Gajnabi. She was able to get the ball out of her hand very quickly. Just needing the physio there. Looks to be just a small cut, but she's good to go. Very energetic. And she's one you will always see diving around and giving her all in the field.
Fraser to continue, just the one delivery in this over so far. It's an absolute jaffa from the young lady. Just touching down on that off stump, beats the outside edge.
That one looked to have straightened. Amy Hunter didn't have a clue there. Lucky to survive that one. Fraser has been good. She was pretty good in that first game. Got 2 wickets quite early for West Indies.
This one's edged away though. Good areas again from Sherry-Ann Fraser. That strong wrist once again on show. Bit of outswing available to the young lady. But in the previous match, Shakira, West Indies were very disciplined. Only conceded 2 extras, just 2 wides. We saw in the first over from Shamilia Connell, they've already gone past that. 3 already.
Loose from Laura Delaney. This isn't the time to lose her wicket. This is a crucial partnership. She got to 34 in previous encounter. And what she does so often is she gives herself room, tries to create room by backing away to the leg side. Perhaps that's the reason Hayley Matthews is persisting with that slip.
Bit of shape again from Fraser. Well negotiated from captain Laura Delaney. And just looking at this Irish batting lineup, Shakira, Laura Delaney comes in at number 4. You've got Hunter, Lewis and Pendergrass all coming in the top 3. Probably the best batters in this Irish team. Would you just mix it up slightly? Maybe Delaney could come in a bit earlier just to break up that, that trio?
I'll take that one on next over. The end of a very good over from Sherry-Ann Fraser. Ireland 25 for 2.
So this is the last over of the power play here. You see the current projected score for the Irish. Get them up to 100. Don't think they'll have enough. We know what the average score for teams here batting first at Roseley, 119. They'll be hoping to get probably 10, 15 more than that. Came very close in defending 112 the other evening.
To answer that question you asked in the previous over, you would be tempted to perhaps mix up that top 3. Especially because you haven't been getting the results you've wanted from Prendergast in particular. Quick single. But there are a number of things to consider when you're thinking about that. I personally believe you want your best batters facing the majority of the overs.
Coming, they coming, girls. Look for it, they're coming.
And that's why they've perhaps stuck to this order.
Come on. Come on, Fee, come on, Fee. Good, good, good.
It's also the order that
Well done.
they
Work,
used
skipper, work,
in that
skipper.
World Cup game
Work, team,
when they
work, team.
did manage a good score against West Indies. So they want to trust their batters to step up, give them a good start, especially in this power play. Perhaps lose one less wicket.
This one, they're going to scamper through again for another quick single. It's been slow going, though, for the Irish in this power play. The West Indies have been very disciplined, bowled good lengths, haven't conceded too many boundary deliveries. Hayley Matthews into her second over now.
Get in, Duffy.
Been amongst the wickets throughout this series, in the runs as well.
Work, girls.
Bit of pressure on her here today. No Stefani Taylor.
Close off
Told
tight,
me at the
close
toss
off
she
tight,
probably
skipper.
would have batted first if she would have won.
Dive on it, dive on it. Oi, run it, run it,
This
run it.
one it's through the gap, though.
All right.
The live wire, Zeta James does the fielding. Good teamwork from the young members of this West Indies team. The end of that Matthews over. End of the power play, 30 for 2.
Nearly one shit. Right here, now down 2 minutes, Nearly. Yo!
So the umpire Dayton Butler signals the end of the power play. It's actually Ireland's lowest power play score since September 2022, some 10 matches ago.
Just 3 out for West Indies after this power play. Deep cover point, deep third, and deep fine leg. Good lanes, very good lanes from Cherry-Ann Fraser so far. And she will want to keep an eye on Laura Delaney. Just advancing a bit and shimmy into the leg side to open up that offside. Even though there are 6 fielders on that offside, it is her preferred area. So she's still giving herself room and backing herself to beat that field on the offside.
The scamper through again. Campbell with the shy at the non-striker's end, but another single added to the total. Amy Hunter today, 18 of 15 deliveries. Actually, that's her best score in her last 9 innings, Shakira. She hasn't scored above 15 in her last 9 innings. So, good time for the young lady to come to the party.
Yeah, it's an important game for her team. They need to win this game and level the series. They're going to stay alive. Slip comes out. Deep square leg goes on the boundary.
I was going to ask you, what do you make of West Indies still having that slip in? But it seems like it's only to Laura Delaney. Amy Hunter with the set batter. But you still like to see the West Indies looking to get wickets, recognizing the situation. They're on top here.
Yeah, quite good from Captain Matthews, keeping the pressure, especially on the newer batter in Laura Delaney.
Goes short. We've seen her use that tact throughout this series here. Just poorly lined. Good pace as well from the young lady.
And more importantly, she gets it high enough so that should Amy Hunter make any contact, she wouldn't be able to control that hook. And remember, there are 2 fielders on the boundary on the leg side for that shot.
This time again, just angled down that leg side. So just a little bit of indiscipline creeping in here for Sherry-Ann Fraser.
The 5th wide of the inning so far by West Indies. Yeah, just losing her wrist position a bit there and pushing that ball down the leg side. Remember, she's also just coming back from injury. And that ball looks a bit late to me, Mali. So you just wonder if she's beginning to tire a bit, especially after putting so much energy into that bouncer a few balls ago.
Yeah, and I actually love sitting here with you because your insight is absolutely superb. You could have seen that that one was just a little floaty there from the young lady. That wrist position. Something that we've seen from the Irish throughout, actually, that strong wrist position, mainly favoring the in-swinger. Sherry-Ann Fraser, when she gets it right, swings it away quite late at good pace. It's a bit wide there, but gets away with that one. Just allowing Hunter to just free the arms. So they've just brought her back slightly. She was scoring at above that 100 strike rate. Now she's just on 100. So West Indies just pulling back slightly. This run rate now dipping below 5, 4.83. It's a good finish from the young lady. The end of her second. She just conceded 5. End of 7, 33 for 2. And the 2 wickets to fall today. The first going via the run-out route. What do they always say, Shakira? Never run on a misfield. Gabby Lewis back in the pavilion. And Prendergast really just getting a bit too close to that one, not getting the elevation that she would have wanted. And it's going to be the young off-spinner, Ashmini Munasar, into the attack. She got 1 wicket in the previous match. Her debut, her figures of 1 for 16, the best for a player on debut since 2017. It's going to be interesting to see what field she bowls to. She's got the option of dropping, of having those boundary riders. It looks like mid-off, up in the circle, long on. High traffic area. We've seen the Irish actually look to hit quite powerfully straight back over the bowler's head. She's got the 2 on the leg side on the boundary at deep backward square and at mid-wicket. And she's got Hayley Matthews in at slip. Starts with a wide though.
Young Munasar was really disciplined with her bowling last game. She attacked those stumps very often, constantly asking the batters to play.
All right, 1. All right, 1 is 1.
The reason Hayley Matthews is in that slip is because she isn't a very big spinner of the ball. So just in case the Irish batters play for that perceived spin, perhaps she could take the outside edge. And as they say that, she just goes back to short third.
This one's eased down to long on. Wide-ish long on for another single. What do you make of the West Indies bringing Munasar into the attack quite early here? Still got quite a few spin bowling options.
quite identical to what happened last game. She did bowl the 8th over last game as well. So a clear plan by West Indies and Matthews.
Just a bit of width there. And what we've seen from Delaney, she's rotated strike quite well throughout. She's just run out of partners. She's got a partner here this afternoon, though, Amy Hunter, 19 from 20.
This is good cricket. Really good bowling from Munasir, but equally well played by these two batters. And this is exactly what Ireland requires. Partnership 21 from 29 balls. They just need to keep rotating the strike. Stay patient. It becomes so much easier.
Oh, was that a bottom edge? I'm not sure. Just a bit of width again from Munasir. No real turn on offer just yet. Yeah, it was, but it was chopped right back onto the pads of wicketkeeper Campbell. Not a chance, in my opinion. Looking to get innovative, though, is Delaney. Not making contact. Very good over from Munasir. The end of her first, 38 for 2.
Afi Fletcher, the veteran leg spinner, into the attack in the second T20 international between West Indies and Ireland. Ireland winning the toss, choosing to bat. Had a bit of a rough start to Curtly Ambrose.
Losing 2 quick wickets. 2 big ones as well. Not the start that they would have liked, but they're pulling back quite nicely.
Amy Hunter off the 20, off her 22 balls. Good for her, best performance so far of the series. So she's the set batter now, and will feel like she's got a responsibility here to stay with the captain.
It's going to be very important that these two, Hunter and Captain Delaney, stay for as long as possible to get them to a decent total. They wouldn't want to lose a wicket now.
Yeah, Laura Delaney, the captain, played a similar role in the first T20, having to stitch together an innings as the wickets fell around her. She'll be encouraged that Amy Hunter is still there. So swept and collected. Zeta James, always making her presence felt in the field. They've looked very good in the field this evening, the West Indies women.
They certainly are. They're looking very, very sharp indeed. Inflicted a run out earlier.
We got some voices, girls. Come on. Oh yeah, Fletcher.
It's over.
That's the over. 9 gone, 41 for 2.
Come on.
Hayley Matthews 1 for 10 off her 2. Shamelia Connell yet, but economical.
Come on, Ash. Come on, Ash.
Ashmini Munasar will be our new bowler. We'll continue on, should I say, from the pavilion end.
Stop it. Hey. All right, all right. Well done, well done.
We know that spin has been more productive than pace at this ground historically, Sir Curtly, and so far as well for the series. It's been spin to win. There was lots of yelling out there, but home safely in the end. I mean, run-outs have been another theme of this T20I series so far. There were 3 in the first match in the West Indies side.
Go, Ash. Go, you go, Ash. Work, girls. Work, girls. Oh!
I do like the pace of which the spinners are bowling. Nice and slow, well flighted, which means the batters will have to hit the ball. They have no pace to work with. That's very, very good bowling.
Oh, yes, Ash. Oh, yes, Ash.
Got to create their own pace.
Work, Ash. Work, Ash. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Come on.
I'm quite sure that's something that the coaches, Steve Liebert and Ryan Austin in particular, a former spinner himself, would have told the bowlers.
Oh, yes, Ash.
You see Delaney attempting to use her feet, chip down, get some momentum through the ball. Yeah, sharp over from the youngster Munasar so far.
Go on, team.
Just
Go on,
one run
team.
from it.
She's got a smile on her face, which means she's enjoying it as well.
All right, all right, all right.
So just 2 from the over, and we're halfway through this Irish innings. They are 43 for 2. Time for a drink. Yeah. But it'll be a ticker up, right?
Gentlemen, at halfway stage, the Ireland women 43 for 2. So far we've seen the wicket of Gary Lewis run out, Ola Prendergast, course of Henry, of the bowling of Amy Matthews, Delaney not out on 9, and also Amy Hunter not out on 23. The key wicket takers for the West Indies have been sole wicket taker rather. Captain in Matthews with a run out as the other wicket.
Well, Gabby Lewis and Orla Prendergast went cheaply today, but Amy Hunter digging in with her captain, Laura Delaney, 43 for 2 as it stands here in Ireland.
First to go was Lewis via the run-out route. Tried to attempt a single And brilliantly done. First by Sherry Ann Fraser, and then the wicket keeper. Second to go. Prendergast, soft dismissal, caught at mid-off, very easy.
It's going to be Afi Fletcher again from the commentary end.
Come on, Fletcher. Come on, Fletcher.
Interesting time in the field now in terms of the sun in the eyes of those off-side fielders. Oh, and a quick run, a little fumble there in the field, but really attempting the singles here, Ireland.
Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Come on,
It's
team,
been
come on.
tough going for them so far. Courtesy some very, very good bowling from the West Indies.
She set up for that. She loved it. Got down on one knee, up and over, and it's a good-looking boundary from Hunter.
A bit of improvisation there.
Come on, Fletcher. Come on, Fletcher. Come on.
Struck it well.
Come on,
And a
team,
welcome
come on, girls.
boundary for the Irish. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, this knock so far will do Amy Hunter the world of good. We know
Come on, Fletcher.
what she's capable of.
Oi. All right, all right.
That was the first boundary since the fourth over.
Come on, Fletcher. Come on, girls.
That will feel like a welcomed relief.
Work, Fletcher. Come on, Fletcher. Oi. All right, all right.
Just turning over the strike here.
Back up,
Captain
back up, back up.
Delaney.
Come on, girls.
She
Come
does
on,
this
girls.
very
In the
well.
air, everybody, girls.
Works the ball around.
She's a good player,
Girls, come on.
Delaney, the skipper. But she's struggling at the moment, Alex, with her timing.
Stop that, stop that. Good. Come on, girls. Come on, girls.
Yeah, she captains Ireland. She captains Typhoons in their Super Series in Ireland.
Come on, Fletcher. Come on.
Longest serving women's captain for Ireland. Oh, she had a lot of time there, Amy Hunter. Looking supremely comfortable. And even though Matthews puts her body on the line, that's another boundary off the bat of Hunter.
That was extremely well done by Hunter. She wanted to play on the onside and just delayed her stroke for second and hit it for down the third man for 4. 11 overs gone, 54 for 2. Look at that.
Yeah, fantastic. She looked like she had forever to play the shot, didn't she? Just a testament of how comfortable she's feeling at the moment, Amy Hunter.
Come on, Ash. Come on, Ash.
Economical from Jerry Ann Fraser, from Ashmini Munasar.
Let me get back on energy here, girls. Come on, drive me, girls. Come on.
Of course, Hayley Matthews already picked up a wicket. Good going so far
Ash.
in the West Indies attack. Munasar to Delaney. Gets some bat on that. She doesn't look altogether comfortable, the captain, does she, Sir Kirtley?
She certainly isn't. She's struggling for timing,
Come on,
just
come
not
on,
her
come on.
fluent self. But the important thing is she's still there.
Pull him. Oh, yes, Ash.
Yeah, it's her 90th T20 international. She's got a high score of 61.
Voices, girls. Come on.
No shortage of experience.
Oh, put on. Easy, easy, easy.
Hunter, 32 from 32 deliveries.
Come on, team.
Delaney, the captain, 12 from 23. Not her usual self.
There we go, Ash. That only one, Jerry. All right, all right, all right. Back up, back
Yeah,
up.
not her usual self. Always a bit difficult when you're the captain as well. Laura Delaney betrayed some emotion in the post-match presentation after the first T20 International. Felt they were very close, so she's managing many things as well as her own innings.
That's one of the reasons I was never that keen to be a captain, Alex. Being one of the leading bowlers is enough pressure.
On top of that, counselling your colleagues, setting fields. Yeah, 3 from the over. 12 gone. Ireland 57 for 2.
There you go, girls.
That projected score at the moment, current rate of 4.75 gets them to 95. And I don't think that is where Ireland want to be after winning the toss and opting to bat first. Shamili O'Connell back into the attack now from the media centre end. Looking to get a bit of impetus going. Of course, we're heading into the back end of this encounter. Of course, this is the second of 3 T20s, which means one more to come. You can save 20% on stadium box office prices when you buy online at tickets.windiescricket.com. Windies ticket service presented by MasterCard. Make sure to grab those ones and come down on Saturday. A lovely weekend vibe loading here at Darren Sammy Stadium. A fantastic catch, you must say, from Shemaine Campbell. One of the best you will ever see.
A real moment of brilliance by Shemaine Campbell. Oh, look at that. She just grabbed that one mid-air. A leap to her left. Brilliantly taken. An inspired bowling change results in the wicket of Amy Hunter, going for a very valiant 33. Ireland 58 for 3.
Emma Richardson comes out now. She got 22 from 24 deliveries in the first match. She'll be hoping for that plus more here as Ireland needs some runs. What a fantastic catch that was. Celebration deserved, overjoyed, simply sublime, you would have to say. Oh, she will watch that one back every single day of the week, Shemaine Campbell.
That will mean so much to her, especially since she did miss a few opportunities last game.
Oh, that one flies to the slip. Nearly, almost, but no, it finds its way into the boundary. Oh, a lot of action, a lot of drama here at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
That one really flew and somehow manages to evade Haley Matthews at a whitish first slip. Perhaps 1.5. Hands on heads. But pace back into the attack and causing problems.
Had that been grabbed within pandemonium here, you must say. That would have been a specky, Shakira.
You wouldn't have been able to catch Haley Matthews if she had caught that one.
Certainly indeed. The most interesting thing, though, about that Shemaine Campbell catch is that she was actually having a bit of a hobble at the start of this match. She told me that she hit her knee coming out of the bus and it hit the inner part, and she wasn't too sure how she would keep here today, but I dare say that there's no troubles at all. Flirting with danger to end out 13. It's 62 for 3. Well, that 33, the figure that stands out for Ireland at the top for Hunter. Once again, though, you look at Lewis and you look at Prendergrass, batters that they would want runs from not getting any on the board, really. Well, the captain, Laura Delaney, she's still out there. And with her is Emer Richardson. 7 overs left in this one of which to be bowled here by Munasar.
Munasar has just gone for 10 runs so far at the beginning of her 4th over. She'll want to finish her spell. Perhaps with 1 wicket, but more importantly, without conceding another boundary, keeping things tight for West Indies. She did account for Richardson in that previous game.
Economy rate is something that she certainly prides herself on. We saw that in the Super 50. We saw that in the Women's T20 Blaze as well in terms of the West Indies Women's Regional Tournament. We saw that when she picked up 1 for 16 in her first T20I as well.
Quick single. Gets there quite easily. Quite interestingly, she got that wicket of Emer Richardson caught just in front of square by Afi Fletcher. But we're not seeing that fielder employed this time around. Different situation, of course. West Indies more in control at this point.
Yeah, certainly a better stage for them here in this second T20I with Ireland at 65 for 3.
Yeah. All right.
The singles continue to take over for Ireland, but as we get to the back end, we do know that they will definitely want to get some boundaries. Who will be able to do it? Or for them, I mentioned that Richardson got up to 20 odd in that first one. A low appeal, but all pan and drifting down the leg side as well. Closes out 14. It's 67 for 3. Excellent figures once again for Munasar. Just into her second T20 international. That economy rate, 3.50. It simply does not get better than that. She's only got 2 caps, or rather 2 ODI, rather two T20s to her name, but bowling as if she's got 20, 30, or 40, Shakira.
And she's shown great maturity and composure. And she's it looked as though Haley Matthews thought about bringing Kiana Joseph into the attack, but she's going back to Cherry-Ann Fraser, who was very good in those first 2 overs. Struggled a bit in that second over with some wides, but generally she bowled very good lengths.
Well, Fraser is back, and in the Caribbean, you question, can she pick a cherry? On the other side of things, though, will Ireland be able to kick on here? Yeah, you see that intent there, and it's certainly needed. It just yields one, but certainly from here on out, somebody must take up the mantle. Somebody must provide the impetus for the innings to allow them to get just past that 100 mark. You would have to think, looking back at the first T20, maybe that 115, 120 might be enough for them. Down the track and slapped. And that is what they need, and that is what they get.
Emma Richardson coming out with clear instructions to increase that scoring rate. Vacant mid-wicket area. Just getting slightly inside the line of that ball. Picks up a boundary, a crucial boundary. Fraser under some pressure.
Yeah, so the second ball of the over, pounded to the boundary. What more can Richardson do?
They persist with the same field.
She goes short. And the umpire now signals one for the over. Responding with some aggression, Shakira. You would know that as a fast bowler yourself.
Most people wouldn't call me so fast. But good, brave response from Fraser. Importantly, she got it high. Asking Richardson to take it on again.
It just prompts a change in the field. Now log on. Drops back to the boundary. A deep wicket also comes a lot more to the left as well. Probably might be looking to a back of a length.
She can't get too short. Has to be full in or middle.
Well, she tries to get creative. And is almost pinned on the crease. Was Richardson. I think it was more a case of the body on that one than bat. Yeah, onto that left elbow. That's going to hurt in the morning, certainly.
Yeah, just opting to go for that scoop shot because of the field set. Trying to get that one to the right of the deep fine left fielder.
Advances, but nothing on that. But you certainly appreciate and understand why at this stage. You certainly don't want anything less than 110 because it's a good surface. And Shakira, West Indies have good batters, but Ireland know if they can get a good total on the board, especially with the cutters in the back end, they could probably hold them. Seven runs from that over, 7-5 for 3. In fact, 74 for 3. Looking at a projected score, 119. It certainly has to be the target for them. It's going to take some work from here, but that work can be done, especially with the way Richardson is going.
Come on, girls, go on.
Change the bowler, right arm over.
Well, it's going to be the skipper who brings herself back into the attack. She's bowled 2 so far. Can she be captain fantastic for the West Indies women?
Quick single.
Ooh, that one would have been close, a direct hit. Yeah, we might have had to come upstairs for that one. But what it does, it puts Richardson on strike. Yeah, it was a sharp chance there. Kiana Joseph doing the work. And it almost looked a lazy attempt to get into the crease from Richardson. Had it hit, she was pretty much gone for all her money.
Yeah, it was quite a lazy attempt to get past that lane. It's almost as though she never expected. Yeah, she was gone for all money. Never expected Kiana Joseph to throw at the stumps.
Catch it. All right, 1 is 1. Offie.
how many can they get off with the remaining over and 4 balls from Hayley Matthews? Because you do expect that she's going to bowl another after this. Oh, that's lofted high. And just one bounce to Cherry Ann Fraser. For a moment, you almost thought that it might have carried.
Yeah, Laura Delaney really struggling with her timing and placement. She would have wanted to hit that one a lot straighter, but never really getting into a good position, eventually dragging it a bit square.
Oh, this could be trouble. This will be trouble. And she is out of here. Richardson.
I think Delaney's out.
Oh, and that's the confirmation. It's actually going to be Delaney who's going to be run out. Yeah, appears as if they just crossed maybe, with Richardson getting into the crease. Doesn't get much easier than that for Campbell. And Delaney, well, she goes for 20 at 77 for 4. You just wonder maybe Shakira if she maybe sacrificed herself on that occasion, not looking to get back into her crease, allowing Richardson to cross and get into the crease. Rebecca Stokel. Oh, she comes out now to face the music, to face the fire, Shakira. Will she have what's required to get Ireland up past that 100 mark, plus a couple more?
Straight rate below 100. But she'll want one higher than 100 if she's going to have a real impact here. Her team in deep trouble, losing captain Laura Delaney. Virtue of a run out, the second run out so far.
She's off the mark immediately. And just a comfortable single for them. Yeah, it was just interesting, that moment there for Delaney. You just wonder maybe if she decided here, after realizing that it was not going to be one, not looking to get back into her crease.
She struggled so much, perhaps the best decision. Single to end the 16th. Ireland 79 for 4.
Afi Fletcher to take up the attack from the media center end. Still has 2 overs available. The run scoring has proven to be quite difficult for the Irish here, Stacey Ann. Just 79 for 4 of 16. Current projected takes them to 99. I don't think that will be enough, but we saw how they defended 112 the other evening. Some 24 deliveries remaining here. Can they get up to 3 figures? Ooh, that's harsh in my opinion. Something we've seen from the Irish batters, moving around the crease quite a lot. Richardson on that occasion. Fletcher going wider.
Oh, Richardson, she'll know that she needs to make amends as we have a look at the fielding effort from Rashada Williams. Yeah, but all those runs will count. They'll be hoping for The boundary.
Looks like a good bit of fielding there, Stacey Ann. Better angle on that occasion. Is she touching while that hand, is that foot touching the boundary board just at the same time when she's corralling that one back in? I think it's a good bit of work there, to be honest. He's confirmed the wide, but not a boundary. So good work from Rashada Williams.
Thanks.
This one's dragged to wide mid-wicket. Gajnabi saves 2. What did you make of that wide call? Richardson moving quite early outside that off stump.
Yeah, quite unfortunate for Fletcher. But the umpire's decisions is final.
Ashley. All right. Pick it up.
And from an Ireland perspective, they'll just need to keep scoring from here because their current run rate, they'll only get to 104. They'll be hoping to get at least a runner ball.
This one's short. Pulled quite powerfully,
Back up.
but just the one run. Fletcher, she's been a bit expensive for her liking here today. Just under 9s into her 3rd over, has gone wicketless so far. She was superb in the previous match.
Maybe working a bit more on that cameo that she played batting in the previous match.
Yeah, she really added that impetus to the West Indian innings. Afi Fletcher, 19 from 12. She's got ball in hand here. This one's high, sliced. Henry goes back. No, it's Matthews actually just outside that 30-yard circle. Tough catch over her shoulder, but another chance goes down.
You're never the easiest catches to take because you're running and the ball is in air. Nice slug sweep. Don't think it went where batter initially expected. They tried to pull across the line, but went on the offside. Matthews making grounds, but just couldn't hold on.
Something we've seen from Stokel throughout this series. The end of 17, 89 for 4. It's been a very good performance from the West Indies with ball in hand. Kano leading the way with that new ball, 1 for 14 in her 3. Ashmini Munasar, though, just playing her 2nd match at this level. That economy rate, 3.50. It's going to be Skipper Matthews, though, for her last. She's been her normal economical self. Been in the wickets again. Swung across the line again, though.
Yeah, just 6 4s hit in this Ireland innings. No 6s just yet. Partnership-wise, Delaney and Hunter with the standout 41 from 55. Nothing much after that.
Yeah, substantial partnership. Oh, it's another run out. Not sure what Emma Richardson was thinking on that occasion. The ball was hit directly to Afi Fletcher at a short mid-wicket inside the circle, and she's run out at the non-striker's end, Stacey Ann.
It's a carbon copy of that Delaney-Richardson run out. Very similar. Fletcher once again in the field, and the awareness to know which end to throw to. Stokel looks in dismay. But Richardson, well, she departs for 16. 90 for 5.
It's been quite a lot of miscommunication from both teams. Quite a few.
Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Sorry, umpire. That leg.
One.
Leg.
Touch to you. Next.
New batter, Arlene Kelly comes to the crease. Ireland 90 for 5. She will not face, though. It'll be Rebecca Stokel. Goes across the line again, gets a top edge, but
Yeah, got it.
bounces just almost spun past Shamilia Connell there at that deep backward square position.
Who always has a smile on her face.
Well done, Cuddy.
Next up.
Probably can't believe that she just held that one. That bounce almost caught her.
Work team, work team.
Those can be quite tricky, Stacey, and you would know all about those. Mind the spin. This one's hit hard, straight. Can't quite. Oh, and it's going to be 4. It looked like she had done all the hard work in getting there, but couldn't quite stop that one. Another boundary to the Irish. 7 now in this innings.
Yeah, driven powerfully as well. A flat delivery from Matthews. So beaten with that bounce and the pace in which it came to Chanel Henry. Yeah, she'll be disappointed because she holds a very high standard for herself when she's in the field.
This one's been tossed up. Swung away into the onside again. Fraser, though, tumbling. Does the fielding. 2 runs added to the total. So this run rate now just creeping above 5s. You do expect that towards the back end of an innings, though, Stacey Ann.
A partnership with 7 from 3 balls. A run out chance, a run out. Matthews trying to get a run out on the non-striker end. It's the end of 18, 98 for 5.
See this one just going for that faster delivery. Hit quite powerfully, almost looking to parry that one onto the stumps. There was Matthews in the end. Gave away an extra run.
Might have been closer if she had gotten hand onto it and gotten it onto the wicket.
So it's going to be Connell here to actually bowl her full quota. Only bowled 3 in the previous match. Interesting, Chanel Henry, just the 1 over again in this innings. 1 in the previous match. Connell goes short. That's a tactic that both her and Sherry and Fraser have used to some good effect.
Batter 1 for the over.
Yeah, just trying to intimidate the batters because she's quite quick as well. Shamila Connell, both her and Sherry-Ann Fraser, does get the ball to kick off in the wicket at times.
This one's been smeared through the onside. Fantastic power from Stokoe. Another boundary for the Irish. Maybe just starting to find that momentum now.
Yeah, when they're good, they've been really good. Just sat back and waited on the length bowled by Connell and found a boundary in that cow corner region. Brings up the 100 for Ireland.
For long periods of this innings, looked like a real struggle. We've got a field change here, though, just bolstering that leg side field. Sherry-Ann Fraser, wide-ish mid-wicket. Stoker goes straight this time, though. Bit of work for Henry. Good running, and they scamper back for 2. So as we're saying, just starting to find the middle of the bat now, the Irish.
A really good running between this pair. Good awareness as well. Played much straighter, that delivery. So the fielder, Henry, had to cover ground. She had to go around to her left.
This one's gone hard again through the onside. Sherry-Ann Fraser, though, fantastic effort. It was hit with tremendous power. She got there in the end, got 2 hands to it, but couldn't take that catch.
Yeah, again, being aggressive, Stoker covering a lot of grounds. Fraser got into her left hand, but just couldn't hold on in the end. Would have been a beautiful catch.
You don't want to be too harsh, but knowing the fielder, the athlete that Sherry-Ann Fraser is, probably should have taken that one. Straight again, this time Stoker goes. This was that drop catch again. Good work in getting there. Had to move quite quickly to her left. As you said, Stacey, and not quite sticking in that left hand. 10 from the over so far. Ooh, good delivery. Yorker length delivery. Another direct hit. A bit of confusion out there, but just the 1 run. And just 1 over remains, 109 for 5. So just a reminder, West Indies versus India, July to August 2023. Remember, tickets now available at 20% discount when you purchase online from the Windies ticket service, presented by MasterCard at tickets.windiescricket.com. So Sherry-Ann Fraser to bowl the final over of this West Indian innings. No Kiana Joseph. Very interesting indeed, Stacey Ann. This one's been hit and hit well. Up and over the offside. Power once again on show from the Irish. Another boundary.
And Kelly getting in on the action as well. Backing to the leg side and opening up that scoring option on the offside. And partnership runs to 23 off 11. Both batters getting in on the action. Trying to make every ball count.
And they're 113 now. Gone past their score in the previous T20 International. And we saw just how difficult it was for the West Indies to get to that total. Just a few field changes here going on. Ashmini Munasar now coming into the circle. Hayley Matthews herself goes onto that cover boundary. Just a little too short there, probably, and a bit of width presented from Sherry-Ann Fraser. She switched to the pavilion end.
A really good delivery from Fraser. But if we can see the leg side, the field in which she's bowling to, she has 3 fielders out on the leg and just 1 on the off.
Yeah, no one inside the circle on the leg side here to the right-handed Arlene Kelly. Good comeback this from Fraser, going for 4 off the first delivery. Some pressure would have been on her, but she's backed it up with 2 good deliveries here.
Yeah, Kelly just trying to make room again, and Fraser following her with those last 2 deliveries. So good thinking, because she wants her to play into the leg side against the breeze.
Time, it looks like it's a bit of glove on that one. She's walking. Arlene Kelly has to go, so another wicket. Well, the first to Sherry-Ann Fraser, going with that short ball tactic once again.
Yeah, maintaining that line, bowling to the batter's body. She had to find something to do, Arlene Kelly. She goes for 13, 113 for 6.
So the new batter will be Ava Canning. She comes to the crease for just 2 deliveries remaining in this innings. Really, she'll just be looking to get bat on ball in this situation. 4 runs from the first delivery of the over. Next 3 dots and a wicket. So Fraser has definitely, so far, justified this decision. Hayley Matthews. Short again from the young lady. Another dot delivery. So good bowling this, good thinking from Sherry-Ann.
Yeah, beaten for a bit of pace as well. Very rare you'd see in these final phases that a bowler is going with that hard length. But she's quite quick. Sherry-Ann Fraser.
Yeah, they tend to bowl a bit fuller at the death, but here she's gone short. Will she go short again? Yes, she does. No contact made, and it's going to be another run out. So yet another run out for the Irish here. Stokoe run out off the final delivery of the innings, 113 for 7. Just 1 better than they would have gotten in the previous match.
Yeah, swing and a miss, and Campbell cleaning up things to the back. Umpire made the decision on field. A really good bowling effort from Fraser to the back end. And West Indies women they'll think that it's a good score once again to chase. This was Ireland's batting. Hunter starting with a career best 33 in the series, 33 from 35. Lewis Prendergast didn't quite get off. I think they needed those 2 especially. The lady struggled a bit for her 20. Richardson, Stokoe and Kelly adding or getting starts.
And the bowling side, West Indies maybe just a little sloppy with the extras, but overall a very, very good performance. Led by Connor with her 1 for 25 from her 4. Fraser also picking up a wicket. Matthews as well, continuously in the wickets here. Munasar, very economical indeed. But now we'll throw to Joel Manning and the sideline.
She was very instrumental in getting this total on the board for Ireland. Amy Hunter alongside me. First off, congrats on the performance. How are you feeling out there batting, knowing that it was the best performance you've had in this series so far?
Yeah, obviously I've struggled a good bit in this series so far, and I just kind of wanted to get a couple of runs on the board and then obviously to do it today. But yeah, it was really, really important to me.
Yeah, looking at how things started for you guys, I guess you can say it was a little challenging at the start. What did you make of conditions at the start of this match?
Yeah, I think the wicket was pretty bouncy as it has been. There wasn't a huge amount of movement. Henry got a little bit from this end, but yeah, I think the conditions were batting friendly in the power play, and I think we made relatively good use of that with one unfortunate run out in there.
Yeah, runouts creeping into the innings there, but you had a stint at the crease with your captain, Laura Delaney. 41 was that crucial partnership. What was the conversation out there in the middle of the innings between you guys?
Yeah, look, we were just trying to keep it ticking over. I think, yeah, we just knew that if we could get up to a decent total of preferably 120 plus, obviously we're just short of that, but we thought if we get a decent total, we'd back our bowlers to kind of defend that.
Yeah, just short in terms of that number you called, but one more in terms of what you guys got in the first T20 International. How do your bowlers go about defending the score now?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same as always. I think they look to keep it tight and then we try to back that up in the field.
Well, Amy, congrats on your performance and all the best going out there defending this one.
Thank you very much.
So this will be the target. The West Indies women will need 114 to win from 120 deliveries at 5.70 runs per over. Now we'll take a break. Join us in a little bit for the run chase.
Second T20 International in the series. Ireland women mustered 113 for 7. Another top order collapse, but Amy Hunter top scored with her 33 off 35. And some good cameos. Delaney and Richardson and Stokel putting on 15 off 11 at the back end. Well, it was a good performance all around from the West Indies. 1 for 25 for Shamelia Connell, 1 for 24 Hayley Matthews. The other off spinner, Ashmini Munissar, very economical with her none for 14 off her 4. And no wickets for Fletcher nor Henry today. Well, let's find out where Joel Manning is and what manner of legend he has with him.
Well, I'm still down on the field, Alex, and I've grabbed a very familiar face, you can probably say, when it comes to cricket and cricket commentary. Reds Pereira alongside me. Reds, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. I know you've been taking in a lot of this action. What have you made about the women's action going on here at Darren Sammy Stadium?
Well, if tonight's game could be as nail-biting as the last game, we have a great game to look forward to. And Ireland has gotten a little more, so it'll be interesting to see the West Indies batting order putting some partnerships together.
I know you're one that always looks at the cricket with a very keen eye. What has impressed you, I guess, in terms of what the West Indies women have been able to do across the ODI series and now in the T20s?
Well, I think this seemed to be a restart. I like the look of the young off spinner. And of course, Rambarak, because of a very sad situation, is not here. Unfortunately, the Night Sisters are not here, and I don't know why, but that's a talent that still can come into the side. Unfortunately, the former captain Taylor seemed to be under the weather. But you have a nice look at March. I like the look at Fraser. She seemed to be someone who can be a genuine quick, and maybe her batting has not reflected how good she is.
Quite some interesting and exciting talents in terms of the women's game. When you look back now over your career, because I want to come now to your career because you're a specialist when it comes to these things, Reds. You were talking about the first limited overs game that you ever did. Does anything stand out from that one?
Well, it was the first short format in the West Indies. We had never had an ODI before. And it was slotted in when Pakistan toured, and the game was played at Albion, about 80 miles from Georgetown. And of course, it was brand new to just about everybody, and a huge crowd turnout. And that was the first, short format game I did. And of course, now short format is the toast of the day.
Well, they're making their way back onto the field here, Reds, just to the right of us. West Indies women have a task on their hand to get up to 114. What do they need to do to get over the line here tonight?
Matthews need to bat deep, and others, of course, need to stay around. And they have to avoid what we saw in the Irish innings, run out. We had two. There must be some kind of good communication, and they're not really chasing a large total, so there's no need to panic.
Well, Reds, it's been fantastic talking to you, and you know what? Continue to enjoy the cricket.
Well, let me wish you well in the future as you join the fraternity.
Thanks a lot.
Well, isn't that lovely? Great to see Reds Pereira. Well done. Joel, West Indies women need 114 runs to win from 120 balls. That's at 5.70 runs per over. Looks like a straightforward assignment, doesn't it, Curtly Ambrose?
I'm not so sure about straightforward. 2 nights ago, they were chasing 113 to win. Today, they got to chase 1 run more. But I believe that they would have spoken about their performance the last game and would have rectified and planned how they're going to chase down this 114 to get. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, you're right. It's never straightforward in cricket, nor in life, is it? Rashada Williams walking out with her captain Hayley Matthews here. There would have been some discussion and a few questions around batting order for the West Indies women in the absence of Stefani Taylor. But Rashada Williams given the nod again to open with the captain.
She was unfortunately run out the last game with a mix-up with her captain Hayley Matthews. But I'm quite sure that both of them would have better communication between the wickets and will want to start strong.
Right from the start here, girls, come on.
Yeah, Hayley Matthews certainly was not satisfied with her own batting performance in the first T20I. So she has another opportunity here. So much rests on her shoulders as the leader of this battalion. Ava Canning with the new ball. 2 for 5, her best. Had a good performance in the first match with the ball. Got a deep point and a deep square leg out for Hayley Matthews. Yeah, interesting in terms of the timing of the Irish innings. They look to be going nowhere quickly. And again, 30 runs in those sort of overs 16, 17, 18, or 17, 18, 19, I should say. 34 runs in the last 4 overs. Shoulder loosener for Matthews.
Well, she's faced 2 deliveries. Hayley Matthews, the skipper. And she's showing her aggressive and attacking intent.
And now it's the turn of Rashada Williams. Best of 38. The West Indies heavily invested in Rashada Williams, the Jamaican. Another opportunity for her. Rashada Williams. You mentioned, Curtly, that she was unfortunately run out in the first T20I. There were 4 run-outs in the Irish innings tonight. It's catching, spreading.
That's what pressure does sometimes. When you can't score as freely as you would like, you tend to take chances, and more often than not could result in run-outs, like we have seen in the Irish innings.
Now scrambled single there. Rashada Williams on her tummy. And a big smile.
Well, Hayley Matthews took off straight away. That was brilliant fielding. And Rashada Williams, struggling for a little bit, had to take out the dive. She's forced to smile, but could have been a disaster.
Appeal. Not interested. Jonathan Blades.
Seemed to have kept a bit low, that delivery. That looks close. On replay, it looks close. She was trapped on the back foot, right in her crease as well. Very interesting decision.
One over gone. West Indies, 4 without loss. West Indies women need 110 runs now from 114 balls, 113 for 7, the Irish women. Top scorer, Amy Hunter. It's our second T20 international between West Indies and Ireland. And we're at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground in St. Lucia. The sun has almost properly set now. The lights are on, the breeze is blowing, and Orla Prendergast into the attack. Starts with one into the body of Williams.
She has been doing that quite a lot during this series. And look at that delivery, look where that pitch, and look where he ended up. Dragged back quite a long way. And Rashada had no answer for it.
Managed to maneuver that one. Another quick scampering run from the Windies. Ireland looking sharp in the field here, as the Windies did in the first innings. Some good fielding we've seen this evening.
Certainly is important. Every one save makes it that much more difficult for the West Indies to get. 114 is by no means a large total. So they have to keep the pressure on, have to field well, and they would love to take a couple of wickets early.
So classical. Hayley Matthews into the offside. Just fantastic to watch. It's a race on. The ball looks to have won the race. First boundary of the innings.
We've said it over and over, Alex. What a class player. And that was a fantastic shot because the ball came back so much. And to get flat to extra cover. And the timing as well. What a player she is. Hayley Matthews, the skipper.
Always looks so natural at the crease. Good response from Prendergast. Now Ireland will remember that there was a batting collapse in the first T20 from the West Indies. They'll have their eyes certainly on this young woman.
That is why it is so important to keep your composure and just not get too rattled. Couple of wickets could change a game significantly.
Yeah, beautiful again. Over the point boundaries, the second 4 for Hayley Matthews.
That is Hayley Matthews at her best. Very, very, look at that. Look at the timing, look at the placement.
Look at the authority.
Despair on the face of Prendergast. What a class player.
You know that despair, Kirtley. You know what that feels like. 9 from the over so far, 1 to go. All right, 2 gone. Ireland, West Indies, 13 without loss. There'll be plenty on the mind of Laura Delaney, Irish captain. She looked uncomfortable in her innings, run out in the end. But a decent total here. Target of 114 for the Windies.
Come on, Ace, come on. Right behind you, Ace.
Rashida Williams on strike. Eva Canning again from the pavilion end. Just coming to have a quick word. Hayley Matthews. Certain idea of how she wants it to play out. And the other captain, Delaney, just having a chat with Eva Canning. Fine leg has gone deep. And square leg deep. Those are the 2 outside.
Good stroke from Rashida Williams, but can't pierce the infield. Straight to the fielder at backward point. Good solid start from the West Indies. We're into over number 3, but they really rushed to 13 without any loss of wickets.
Yeah, lobbed over. Should get a couple here. Yeah, they'll feel pleased with this start.
Was in the air for a while. Just eluded that short mid-wicket fielder. 2 runs to Rashida Williams. How close was that to the fielder?
Night has fallen here.
Very good, Ace, well done.
At the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. A good smattering of crowd in. The crowd got very involved in that first T20 International. So exciting, nail biting towards the end. Big swing and a miss.
Both Stacey and King and Shakira Selman were in the booth for that final over. They couldn't stay seated. They were standing, all the excitement and a little heart fluttering as well.
That's cut away nicely and fine. It should win the race as well as a boundary to finish the overs from Matthews. 7 from it, 3 gone. West Indies 20 without loss.
Didn't think she wanted it that fine, but she got enough bat on it, and the ball won the race quite easily. Looking to play it a little bit squarer. 4 runs nevertheless.
You mentioned Shakira Selman and Stacey Ann King nervous up in the booth. Well, I was down, and the crowd were vociferous. Prendergast back.
I think I'm going to have to give you ladies a lesson in staying calm. You've never seen me flustered and all that kind of excitement, have you?
Certainly not on the outside, Sir Curly. But I know enough now to know that, you know, you mask your emotions well. This is part of the art, no? Being a pace bowler, a man to inflict fear into the hearts of his opponents. Another big swing there from Hayley Matthews. Cast your mind back, Sir Curly, what do you think the moment was where you would have felt most tense or nervous on a cricket field?
Well, tense I can live with, because I've been tense before, but nervous, no. I've only nervous once in my career. That was my debut. And after that, I can't say I would be nervous. But tense, yes, I've been.
Well, there are many teams in many sports around the world, and sports psychologists who would want to ask you how you manage that, how you manage to keep nervousness at bay.
It's very simple. Unlike most players, you know, who eat, sleep, think, drink cricket, I don't. Once the bell rings, then I clock in. At the end of the day's play, I want nothing to do with cricket. So my approach was totally different. Hence, no nervousness.
Oh, beautiful shot. It was only a matter of time until she connected, and nobody moved. Beautiful cover drive from Hayley Matthews.
That was hit with tremendous power, up and over extra cover. Have a look at this, Alex. Right in the arc, and she's very strong through the offside. What a shot. That's Hayley Matthews at her fluent best. Look at her stride.
Yeah, she'd missed a couple of balls before that, and you got the sense that was a bit like a release for her. Getting along in a clip here, the Windies.
She's looked in ominous form. Hayley Matthews, the skipper, and she has shown her aggressive intent from the very first delivery she faced.
Indeed. Windies going along at 6.52 at the minute. Required is only 5.51. Oh, is it maybe a bit of a chance? But that's the over. 4 gone. The West Indies 25 without loss. Here's a sharp one, hit really hard back at Orla Prendergast. Couldn't get a hand to it though. Maybe got a finger to it by the looks of things.
And that hurts. You can tell from her reaction that that hurts.
This was that. You call that a chance, Shakira? Not sure. It's hit with tremendous power. Those tend to stick, though.
I was just about to say that. It is a chance, but those are the ones that stick. You have no idea how you have managed to hold on.
And it's through the gap. Will it get to the boundary? It does. So a flurry of boundaries now for the West Indies. The first for Rashada Williams.
That one more of a chance. It looks like Amy McGuire at backward point to her left. Probably should have done better. Results in a boundary for Rashada Williams. West Indies in a hurry.
It was Sir Kirtley that was saying Hayley Matthews is looking in ominous form indeed. Probably got away with that one, Kelly.
Very good, Arles, very good.
Yeah, third man in the circle for Kelly. Kelly coming in.
Yes, Arles, superstar here, Arles.
A legal delivery, legal delivery. She's coming to replace Ava Canning. She was excellent in the first T20 for Ireland. And they'll be hoping that she can replicate that innings, that bowling innings once more. They need a wicket. Third man drops back to the boundary now.
It's wide though, so these extras, something that would have probably plagued the Irish in the previous match. Bowled 16 extras, trying to defend 112. It still came down to the final delivery.
Those extras have been a sore point for the Irish this entire tour. And what stood out to me is that by the time Captain Laura Delaney did her post-match interview, she already knew how many extras they had bowled. So it's clearly a point of discussion in this unit. Something that they have to work really hard to remedy.
Yes, Arlo, yes, Arlo.
Change of field once more. Third man comes back into the circle. Deep square leg goes out. Perhaps asking Arlene Kelly to attack the stumps a bit more.
Great skills, Arlo.
And Shakira, how would you try and stem this habit that's crept in terms of the extras? You see Coach Ed Joyce there. How do you go about it? Is spot bowling in practice? What is it?
It is a lot of spot bowling. It does require a lot of target bowling. Quite often you see coaches, bowling coaches in particular, taking their bowlers in the middle or in the nets and setting up some cones, working on those lines.
Gone full, can't quite find that gap. He was hit quite well. Probably escaping there, Arlene Kelly. The end of her first. 5 gone, 31 without loss. .83 from 90 for the Windies to win this series. It will be their first series win in the T20s since 2021 versus Pakistan, if I'm not mistaken. A series that you would have played some part in, Shakira. Looks like it's going to be Louise Little, though. It's quite pacey. Probably the paciest of the Irish bowlers on show so far. She just bowled a 1 over in the previous match, conceded 7. But there's a bit of pace on show.
Yeah, but I think this is something that perhaps Hayley Matthews is going to enjoy in particular, especially with the mood she's in. Ball just sliding on to the back.
Starts with a full delivery, just tailing in slightly. That's the shape that's been predominant from the Irish bowlers, just starting outside that off stump, tailing in to the right-handed batters. This one just starting it a bit too straight, actually.
Even though they've been able to get that ball to shape back into the right-handers, they've continued to persist with that deep third as opposed to deep square leg.
Just as you say that, it's been deposited in that exact area, Shakira. Brilliant batting from Rashada Williams.
Certainly not the length Louise Little was looking to bowl. Way too short. And Rashada Williams easily deposits that through square leg. But again, I just think if the ball shaping back into the right-handed batters, you prefer to see a square leg. Square leg put in, but in the circle, still a deep third, deep fine.
Yeah, the horse has already bolted on that occasion. That inward shape again. Matthews is quick. That energy seems to be tip-top. If you think back, she would have checked her blood sugar levels in the previous match. Just seemed a little down on energy. But here today, especially with those shots through the offside, she's looking well up for it here, Shakira.
And she will want a score. She wasn't very happy with the way she went about her innings in that first game. Quite sedate innings, 37 from 42.
This one's been hit through that onside this time from Matthews. Really liking the batting conditions here, just allowing her to play through the line.
Just having a laugh there, telling Rashada Williams that she fell over a little bit while playing that shot. But still pretty well placed. Perhaps the reason she scampered that single just now, she wanted to face Louise Little. Let's look at that excellent timing. Another boundary for Captain Matthews.
Yeah, it took her 39 deliveries to get her first boundary in the first match. Here she's already got 5. This one's been hit quite hard. Has it carried? The Irish think it has. Gabby Lewis low to her left. Matthews is standing around. Matthews is still there. She's not sure whether it's carried. The Irish, though, they're pretty confident. It'll be a big wicket in the circumstances if that catch was taken. Love to see that one again. The umpire's just there in deliberation. Looks like they're going to check with the third umpire, who's Jacqueline Williams here today. Yeah, umpire Butler there, signaling the video referral. Here it is again, legal delivery, well behind that popping crease. And there's Gabby Lewis. You can see her crouching low already, anticipating. And there we have it. Has it carried? It looks like it has. She's gotten those fingers under it. Oh, has it popped out? Has it popped out, Shakira? We start seeing more of the ball after it's gone into the hand. But I think she's got the fingers under that one. It's going to be a tough one for umpire Williams. I wouldn't want to be her in this situation.
Tell you what, it was a brilliant effort. She did really well to dive forward. Ball coming at such speed. Get her hands under it initially. Whether she held on or not. Tough one to decide.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough decision here indeed. It was hit with tremendous power through the offside again from Matthews. Slightly aerial though. A packed offside field. And it was Lewis low. Did she get the fingers under that one? I'm not going to make a call here. I think I'm going to leave this one to Jacqueline Williams. The fingers definitely look like they've gotten underneath that ball. Did look like it was gonna pop out, but it seemed like she just corralled it in. The final second.
She wouldn't be able to see whether or not she was able to get those fingers under it at the end. But she would have felt what part of her finger touched the ground. She seems convinced.
Umpire Williams is saying that she's seeing some bit of the ball on the ground, probably when it just popped back out there from Gabby Lewis. And she has given it not out. Big, big decision here in the grand scheme of things. Matthews stays though. She survives, 22 off 16. What a wicket that would have been. Took umpire Williams a bit of time, but I think she's gotten the right decision in the end. I think that
Tough decision, but a judge not out.
those decisions are so difficult though, Shakira, especially when they're that close. But it's the end of 6, 40 without loss.
Yeah, hit ferociously to Gabby Lewis at extra cover. And a really good effort diving forward. Initially managing to get her fingers under the ball, but then it just seemed to have popped out at the last minute as she was trying to complete that catch. Haley Matthews survives.
Umpire signaling the end of the power play. It's going to be Arlene Kelly to continue. See West Indies 40 without loss, whereas the Irish after the power play were 30 for 2. Run scoring proving to be really difficult for the Irish, especially early. That's soft. That is soft indeed. Rashada Williams almost just drifting out of her crease there. Not sure what you make of that one, Shakira.
It's almost as though she lost her focus after that little break. Really was a soft dismissal. Going right across the line. Missing that ball completely. And offering up her wicket for just 16 runs to the Irish. West Indies 40 for 1.
West Indies losing their first wicket. Rashada Williams stumped for 16 from 20 deliveries. Just going a bit walkabout here, but it's going to be Shabika Ghaznabi. Just the 27 matches so far. That strike rate would definitely, she'll be looking to improve that. 74.18.
She did try very hard to improve that strike rate last time. A very exhausting innings of only 14.
Starts with a dot, but 14 from 27 deliveries on that occasion. Gonna have a look at this wicket again. Rashada Williams almost just deciding to go walkabout. Not sure if she realized that wicketkeeper Amy Hunter was stood up at the wicket. Pretty soft and poor dismissal, really.
Really on late, Rashida. And it's really irresponsible batting from her. They're cruising. There was no need for such a rash shot. Also, they would have seen Arlene Kelly relying very heavily on those cutters. So she would have known she would have had to wait a bit longer for the ball to come to her.
Yeah, she was just building nicely into her innings. 16 from 20, got a couple boundaries away. She said, just choosing the wrong option on that occasion. I think her body language as well, something that maybe possibly she'll want to work on. Just a little blasé for my liking, but Windies still in control here. Another wide, just the second actually from the Irish.
Keep going here, Owls, keep going.
Notice Hayley Matthews talking to her partners quite often,
Very good, girls, very
guiding
good.
them through their innings.
Gajanabi's away from her fourth delivery. And that's a good point, Shakira, especially with no Stefani Taylor in this lineup. We saw what that was like in the first match. Hayley Matthews, the standout player in this West Indies team.
Yeah, batting obviously a bit handicapped with the loss of Stefani Taylor. Hayley Matthews knowing she has added responsibility as a result of that.
Just a bit of shape as well. Maybe it was a bit of pace off there from Arlene Kelly. Good bowling from the Irishwoman. The end of 7, 43 for 1. So this West Indian worm just ahead of the Irish at a similar stage, at the same stage. West Indies 7 fours already in 7 overs. The Irish only 9 in their 20. So Little's actually back for her second. Only bowled 1 in the previous game.
Quick single. She makes it. Yeah, interesting decision to give her a second. First one went for 9. In that first game, she went for 7, but was only given 1. It's quite interesting, perhaps because she almost got the wicket of Hayley Matthews. Changing field. Fine leg goes back. Sweeper comes into the circle. Deep square leg and deep third. Boundary riders.
Drifting down that leg side again. That one escapes Hunter. So an extra run added there. Score moves on to 46. Bit of pace still from Louise Little, the sister of Josh Little. See the strides he's making in the international game. There's that shape again, but Hayley Matthews holds her shape quite well. Deposited down to long on for 4. Matthews looking imperious.
Really good position and just an extension of the arms over mid-on. They did say she loved this pace. That boundary brings up the 50 for West Indies. 50 for 1. Only into the 8th over.
One's been hit hard as well. Finds that gap in a very similar area. So she's gone 8 from 2 now. Pressure on Little. 11 runs from her 3 deliveries. Is this going to be the big over that we were waiting for?
A gift. Way too full. Quite risky attempting to bowl so full to a player of Hayley Matthews' caliber with mid-on in the circle. Mid-on goes back to long on now. Excellent batting, excellent batting. Exactly what the batting coach would have wanted to see. You hit a boundary, you try to get off straight. 2 boundaries and then a single. Very good by Hayley Matthews.
A lot better running as well from the West Indies in this innings. Clearer calls, not as much miscommunication.
I'm sure they would have discussed that. 3 run-outs in that last game. They would have been disappointed with that.
Lots of cricket yet to be played here in the Caribbean later in the year. We've got the England men's tour to the West Indies. White ball cricket, 3 ODIs and 5 T20s. Tickets now available online from the Windies ticket service presented by MasterCard at ticketswindiescricket.com.
Final ball coming up. How does she get out of the over?
She escapes. Good delivery from Little to finish. Expensive over in the end. 13 runs coming from it. 56 for 1.
Keep going here, keep going here. Keep going here. Yeah, I'm gonna go you another one if that's okay. Be real positive, guys.
Leading run scorers in the series thus far. Matthews standing out with 70, Delaney 54. And Kelly to continue. A quick run, get there safely in the ending. Securely 58 needed from 72. Very good position, West Indies. What advice would you have for Hayley Matthews at this point? There was a chance a few overs ago.
Well, she's a key figure, isn't she? I mean, she has shown her positive intent, aggressive intent. So far, it is working for her. I do like her approach, but if I have to caution her, I would just say, like, just be a little more selective. You know, it's all good and well to be aggressive, and you're doing well, but 1, be more selective. 2, don't take it for granted.
Yeah, agreed fully. Earlier on, we would have seen the highest opening partnership between Matthews and Williams. Also the biggest opening partnership of the series as well for West Indies.
1 wicket here, girls, 1 wicket.
Very cheeky, very sensible from Matthews, giving chase Richardson, but the ball gets to the rope before.
She looks to be in fantastic touch, Hayley Matthews. That was cleverly played. Waited till as late as possible. Opened the face of the bat and guided it down to the vacant third man for 4. Look at that. Look at the concentration.
And she did clutch her leg whilst running down to the non-striker end, so physio may have to make her way out. They'll hate to have an injury at this point of their captain. They've already lost Stephanie Taylor.
Good stroke, took off, and then straight away. Looks to be high on the thigh or the groin area, and immediately. So we have to hope it's nothing too serious. I would hate to lose her now.
Yeah, nothing that the magic spray won't be able to fix. This is the series so far. 3 ODIs, West Indies taking 2 games to win that series, 1 no result. First T20 played a few days ago. West Indies winning that by 2 wickets, and second one on today, on Saturday, the third and finale. This is where things stand at present in this second T20 international. Ireland winning the toss and opting to have a bat first and scored 113 for 7. In reply, West Indies, well, they're 61 for 1. Need another 53 runs from 68 balls. Got a bit of treatment, skipper Hayley Matthews, and she seems to be back and ready. So quickly, and just the importance of seeing this one through. You already lead the series by 1 in a 3-match series. So this being the second game, you want to take this momentum. You've got wickets in hand. If you bat this out, you can't get a series win again. So I think that's going to be on Hayley Matthews' mind.
She was very, very disappointed when she was dismissed in that first game. And then there was a cut of wickets that went. It got down to the last delivery when the West Indies scraped over the line. And the intent this evening is totally different. They don't want any mishap this time.
A wide delivery signal, thinking that she missed out there because it's literally a free hit on the offside.
Keep going, Arlo, keep going. Right behind you, Arlo.
Certainly was extremely wide, that delivery. Almost on the other pitch, adjacent.
Yeah, just not controlling that swing, and Kelly.
But that time, skipper Hayley Matthews wasn't interested. She almost got away with it.
Keep going, Arlo, keep going.
In terms of hitting that ball to the boundary, didn't connect, and she quickly realized it's a gamble, which is not necessary.
A very good throw. I wonder what it would have been like if there was a direct hit. It's the end of 9, 64 for 1. And Cara Murray, a change of bowling, has a best of 3 for 9. He's played 32 matches for Ireland.
She certainly could do well with those 3 wickets to get Ireland back into the game.
Yeah, whipped into the leg. Might be a call for 2. And gets 2 runs comfortably. And this is the phase that she's pretty dangerous, Cara Murray, in these middle overs. 80% of her balls are usually bowled within this phase.
Go on, C, go on.
Well, Hayley Matthews is just having a blinder of an innings. She dismisses this one for a boundary.
And quite rightly so. It was a full toss from Kelly, and the kind of form that Hayley Matthews, the skipper, is in, she was never going to miss out. Look at that, full toss, 1 bounce into the boundary ropes. Easy pickings.
Yeah, sometimes you get bad deliveries from your leggy. You get fuller deliveries, but when they do hit that right line and length, they can be dangerous, as Maury has shown throughout the ODIs. Yeah, drag down delivery, and again just whipped into the leg side from Matthews, almost to just dismiss it.
Brilliant piece of fielding as well. Little had a long way to go. And look at the commitment, look at the effort. High praise indeed.
A single to pick up 9 runs already from this over. West Indies cruising, needing another 41 from 62.
Just wondering if Murray is having a little bit of a problem. She's bowling leg spin. Is a serious art. Maybe the ball's a bit wet from the early rain.
Another poor delivery there, just knocked down by Shabika Gajnavi, who's probably thinking that she missed out there, knowing the aggression she has when she bats. Yeah, just having a smile, Shabika Gajnavi.
Probably was a little bit too tentative. I'm quite sure if that presents itself again, she would have played it differently. Or maybe she's so intent on giving Matthews a strike.
Matthews continues in fine form, getting one off that last delivery. It's the end of 10 overs, 75 for 1. Now we'll have a drinks break, a much needed drinks break. Matthews Gajnavi still there. 39-run partnership growing, but it's all about Hayley Matthews and this innings that she's playing.
She was very elegant as per usual. Played some daft stroke as well. She was in total control. Not afraid to go high and hard and over the top as well. And some real power stroke. Always in control, Hayley Matthews. Quick to pounce on the loose deliveries as well. What an innings she's playing for her team.
Leg, please.
One leg? Yeah. A touch is good. Next time.
Thank you.
Right bowler, right thumb over.
All Prendergast, a change of bowling for Ireland.
Ireland are desperate at the moment to break this partnership. They need to get a couple of wickets here, especially if they can get rid of the dangerous Haley Matthews. But wickets are going to be important. If they can't get the wickets, they will lose this game quite easily.
Played upish from Gajnabi, but lands safely, goes up and over the point fielder and makes it back for 2 runs.
Looks like she wanted to play a full-blooded cut shot, but maybe the ball bounced a little bit more than she anticipated, and she played it well in the end.
Yeah, doesn't seem too comfortable playing those short balls. Shabika Gajnabi, something we saw worked very well for West Indies while they bowled. So just returning the favor here, Ola Prendergast. Yeah, knowing Gajnabi as much as I do, she's going to go at those deliveries.
Very, very wide. I don't know why Gajnabi went after the delivery. She would have been extremely disappointed had she gotten an edge to the wicket keeper. Look how wide that was. And was close to the edge of the bat as well, Stacey Ann. Could have caused a demise.
Yeah, indeed it was. There's absolutely no pressure here for West Indies, and this is what they'll hate to happen. If they get a wicket now, then it has to start all over. There's a chance here, needed a direct hit.
Soft hands, took off straight away. Haley Matthews was quite comfortably home. But she's looking dangerous form, isn't she?
And that single moves her on to 49, a very good innings from the skipper, a responsible and composed innings from her. Just knows as well her batting lineup and possibly knowing to the back of her head just what happened in that first T20. Understands that she has to stay out there, she has to lead her troops.
And she certainly is doing that. Doesn't want to make the same mistake.
It just drops short of the short mid-wicket fielder. And Captain Delaney. Talk about making those half chances. Well, it's the end of 11, 82 for 1.
She made a valiant effort, really. She got really close to it, but dropped agonizingly short of her.
Left down wrong.
Amy Maguire, the new bowler. That was a best of 1 for 18, which she picked up in that first match.
Right behind you, Ames.
A big crowd in to support the ladies, probably sensing as well a series win.
Yes, Ames, great start.
So currently, since West Indies versus Pakistan in 2021, that has been the last time that West Indies women has won a board format series. So this can be very good times for Hayley Matthews as skipper. And she's on 49 as well. Yeah, swung into the leg side, but missed out.
That would do the team a great deal. It will boost their confidence going forward, knowing that they managed to win back-to-back series, ODIs and T20s. They just need to build on it. And the way they are going at the moment, the Irish are under a lot of pressure, trying desperately to break this partnership. It's already 43 runs from 36 deliveries. So they're moving along quite nicely.
Well, that single brings up Hayley Matthews a 50. 50 to the captain. That's her father, Michael Matthews, here to witness his daughter and captain of this West Indies team. And teammates, well, they're enjoying this, but it's not over yet.
Certainly not over yet. But it has been a responsible innings by the skipper. She's leading from the front, and I'm quite sure in her mind she wants to take it right to the end. Don't leave anything to chance. And she's getting good support from Gajnabi, playing the support role.
I think that's all she asks from her players, really, just to understand their roles when it comes to situations like these. And especially if she's out there to talk them through it as well. Yeah, that could have been a close chance if Maguire had held on to that.
I think young Amy Maguire has got a bright future. She made her debut during this series, both in ODIs and now T20s, and she haven't shown much signs of nerves. She's very composed. She probably must have watched me some time.
Well, definitely she enjoys her game, so currently. And she's been enjoying bowling here in the West Indies. It's the end of 12, 85 for 1.
Amy Maguire there. Just had a little bit of a chance here on the last over. Gajnabi trots down and, yeah, just got a finger to it. Still feeling it there. Little sore. Has had a wonderful debut here in the Caribbean. Delaney now.
Yeah, she really has, you know, ever since making her debut in the ODI, she's come in, she's shown good skills as well, and she's held her composure. That's not something you see very often from young players. Bodes well for the present and the future of Irish cricket.
Captain introducing herself into the attack. Yeah, very different innings we're seeing from Shabika Gajnabi here, and Hayley Matthews for that matter, compared to the first T20 international. Real direct learnings you can see have been taken from that first encounter, Mali. in terms of Haley's continued aggression, better running, and Gajnabi's better support.
Yeah, the positive intent was on show from that first delivery from Hayley Matthews.
Oh, that's just cut away and really easily taken. Yeah, annoyed Matthews. A very easy catch at point. And that brings Hayley Matthews' innings to an end.
Yeah, that enterprising half century comes to an end. Captain Delaney into the attack. Removes Hayley Matthews. Maguire deposited at point. Matthews probably looking to hit that one a little too square. That occasion takes the outside edge. She has to go 50 on the board from 39 deliveries, 86 for 2.
Well, this is the breakthrough Ireland have been waiting for, needing, hoping for. Is it too little, too late? A relaxed-looking Chanel Henry is our next batter. She's had a great ODI series with the bat. And here she is now in to try to get her side over the line to win this T20 International Series.
Yeah, they've managed her workload with the ball. She's only bowled 2 overs in the 2 T20s so far, 1 in each. But here she is in at number 4, looking to finish this game for the West Indies. Starts well, finds a gap on the offside.
Let's have a look at the wicket again. She's been in wonderful form, Hayley Matthews. Really put her body through that one, but yeah, 2 square directly to Amy Maguire, the youngster. Safely pocketed. Yeah, you see the annoyance from Matthews. Fully intent on batting the entire innings.
Yeah, she's opened the face on quite a few occasions in this innings. Well, she did, Hayley Matthews, on that occasion. Just a little too full in which to try and slice that one through the offside. No real elevation, but it was a very positive, good comeback innings indeed. We spoke to her last night at dinner. She wasn't too happy with that performance, was she?
I know she wasn't. And we saw tonight why she wasn't. Successful over for Laura Delaney. 13 gone, 87 for 2. So Shabika Gajnabi and Chanel Henry, the 2 batters on strike. Interesting to see how they maneuver. 27 needed from 42 balls. I would say straightforward, but nothing ever is. Cara Murray's back. Went for 11 in her first. Had a bit of a traumatic last over as well in the first T20 International.
Yeah, in this spell so far, she hasn't quite been herself. She hasn't been that spinner that we've grown accustomed to seeing in this series. Just bowled a few full tosses. Not sure if she's struggling with her grip, but her consistency was what shone out earlier.
Quick run. There's been very good running between the wickets from the Windies this evening. A little apology there from Chanel Henry to Emma Richardson. So Gajnabi, the set batter now.
And that's interesting that you mentioned that, because it's a different role for her now with Matthews departing. Now Henry's just faced the 3 deliveries, so it's now incumbent upon Shabika Ghaznavi to just keep the run scoring going here. She's just falling behind slightly, but no real scoreboard pressure.
Yeah, she was going to be aggressive, wasn't she? Chipping down, lofted over into the onside, and he'll pick up a couple here.
Very busy indeed is Shabika Ghaznavi. Loves moving around the crease. Advancing on that occasion. No real timing. Struggling to really find the middle of the bat, but playing a very good role here in the circumstances.
Yeah, she's been interesting to watch this series, Shabika Ghaznavi. Full of energy, wherever you see her, at whatever point of the game, but almost hyperactive. Not quite creating a base, in my estimation.
Yeah, Alex, that's a good point. She tends to play on the move, doesn't she? Doesn't have that solid base that you would see maybe from a Hayley Matthews, hence the power that you see, or the differences in power. But she's definitely a work in progress, Shabika Ghaznavi. Haven't seen her bowl too much in this series.
Full toss, just get the single. 14 gone, 91 for 2. Only 22 years old, Shabika Ghaznavi. And yeah, you see, look at that West Indies worm well ahead of the Irish worm at this stage. Lots of wickets in hand.
She's still on. Thank you.
Shabika Ghaznavi. Consistently moving.
Yeah, definitely a real live wire. You can tell there's a lot going on in her mind.
Skip, come on, Lozzie.
And no doubt in the mind of Laura Delaney.
Come on, Skippy.
1 for 2 off her first, not bad. What can she do here?
Yes, Loz.
Good feeling off her own bowling again from Delaney. And she's very steady, very dependable. A very dependable performer indeed for the Irish. Just conceded 2 runs so far, picked up that wicket. But is it a little too late here?
A couple of dots to start. Just asking Shabika Ghaznavi a few questions. Chanel Henry giving a little bounce of encouragement.
Yeah, I wonder what she said to her, to be honest.
Probably something like steady on. No pressure. No scoreboard pressure like you say.
No movement. Stay there, stay at home. No, she doesn't. She advances, does Ghaznavi. So she's going to play her game, that's for sure.
Very good, Loz, very good.
Yeah, she'll know that Chanel Henry is also in some form. Well supported out there.
Skip, very good.
A visible, visceral difference in Chanel Henry since securing her, first of all, maiden ODI half century, and then followed it up with a second.
Yeah, we're watching a batter improve in real time, innings by innings, incremental improvements, something that she would have spoken about in that interview with Joel Manning as well. Just wanting to back up good performances with more good performances, consistency.
A good over again here from Captain Laura Delaney, just 1 off it. 1 ball to go. So good response from her.
Very good, Loz, very good.
That equation as well now, 22 from 31 deliveries. So just a few dots being strung together from the Irish, trying to apply some pressure back onto the West Indies. Will it tell?
Yeah, good over. 15 gone, 92 for 2.
In the fight, you're on
We saw the Irish in a big huddle just earlier in the innings. You really get a sense now that they've got some belief. They've come close and they're going to back themselves. Kelly and Delaney so far with the 2 wickets. Look at that Delaney economy. 1.50, yes, please. Amy Maguire, youngster, 16 years old.
Let's go, Winnie, girls, come up.
On her debut in the Caribbean. None for 3 off her first. Oh, some confusion here. Thrown perhaps to the wrong end. Safe in the end, but yeah, that equation just ticking. 22 now to win from 29.
If we remember, Henry was run out in the previous game, pretty similar. So she's got to keep an eye on that. Communication paramount here.
Yeah, just a little touch. Turning over the strike. Kajnabi.
She's just fallen behind again slightly. Not what you would expect from your number 3 in T20s. 16 from 27, 14 from 27 in the previous match.
Should pick up a couple here. Comfortably in the end.
That delivery was a good illustration of what Amy Maguire does so well. She gets that ball to really drop out of the sky very quickly indeed. It looks very full, almost like a full toss. And at the last second, it just dies. Drops out the air.
Yeah, she has been extraordinarily composed for such a youngster on this big stage.
And she looks to give it massive revs as well. Hence, that ball dropping out of the sky. She's looking to turn it. Think back to those 2 wickets she would have gotten on debut. Stomped, luring the batters out of the crease. Ball just dropping out of the sky quickly.
Oh, and all this time, it's a full toss. And clears the boundary with ease, easy power off the bat of Chanel Henry.
Yeah, that's something we've seen throughout this series, ODIs and T20s, that easy power, this time through the onside. She favors the offside, does Henry. But on this occasion, that waist-high full toss deposited quite powerfully indeed.
First 6 of the innings. Well, another full toss. This one now beaten back down the ground and will finish in a 4. What an expensive over in the end for the Irish. 13 off it, 16 gone. West Indies 105 for 2. You stay, Molly. I have to.
Full toss again from Amy Maguire. We were saying how her control has been top-notch in her young career so far. But on the last 2 deliveries, just struggling to find that length.
And target now down to single figures. And Captain Delaney with ball in hand. Shakira Salmon alongside me.
Very good, Skip.
Delaney has been miserly so far. Unfortunately, she's not gotten the same support from her bowlers. Introducing herself quite late.
I cut past the point fielder. He restricts it to a single. Really good innings here from Shabika Gajnabi. Seems to be quite busy out in the middle.
She has slowed down since the departure of her captain, though. Really struggling, especially against Delaney.
A hit upish. Is there a chance? It just dropped short of the fielder and it runs into the boundary ropes and takes that total to win down to 4.
Looks like prime the gas down on the long off boundary. Running in hard, trying to turn that one into an opportunity. Not getting there. And most importantly, not being able to get her body behind it to save the boundary. Another 4 for Henry. West Indies just one hit away.
Well, she's in a hurry, Janelle Henry. She finishes this one with a 4 straight down the ground. West Indies women win this match by 8 wickets. But what a cameo this has been from Janelle Henry and Shabika Gajnabi.
Winning this match and winning the series. West Indies, of course, 2-0 up. Handshakes all around and smiles on the faces of the West Indian players, especially Janelle Henry, who finished it in style. 2 boundaries. West Indies getting up to 114 for 2 in just 17 overs.
And it's the first time since 2021 that West Indies women have now won a double format home series. The last one was against Pakistan in 2021, as I mentioned. And the first for Hayley Matthews as well as captain. This was the winning moment. Janelle Henry dispatching that delivery straight back past the bowler.
Yeah, deciding enough was enough. And it was time to get off the field and get an early night. A really good cameo, as you pointed out, by Janelle Henry. Good to see Shabika Gajnabi seeing the team across the line. Hayley Matthews with an outstanding knock. 50 of 39 deliveries. Really stamped her authority on this Irish bowling.
And her first series win at home, double series win at home. What a time this has been. What a year this has been for her, Hayley Matthews. The Irish, well, they've been good in parts, but they'll know that there is still work to be done.
Matthews really led from the front. She had more responsibility on her shoulders today without Stephanie Taylor. She led well.
And 2 major partnerships for West Indies, Matthews and Williams with that 40-run partnership, and then of course Gajnabi and Henry to the back end of things with 28-run partnership from 25 balls. West Indies women eventually getting to that mark, that landmark of 114 for just 2 wickets in 16.4 overs. Yeah, those partnerships that we mentioned, Williams, Matthews 40, Gajnabi, Matthews 46, and that one to the end, 28 between Henry and Shabika Gajnabi.
For the Irish, unfortunately, they weren't able to make breakthroughs at crucial points. Captain Laura Delaney belatedly introduced herself into the attack. 2.4 overs for just 12 runs, and she got 1 wicket. Arlene Kelly again with a wicket. Louise Little was quite expensive, 2 overs for 22. Captain Hayley Matthews took a liking to her. Not enough from the other bowlers when Ireland needed it.
Well, this is the result of the second T20 International. Ireland women 113 for 7 in their 20 overs, opting to bat first after winning the toss. West Indies in reply won 1-4 for 2 in 16.4. And that was led by captain Hayley Matthews with that 50 from 39. Really set the innings up. And Henry with 22 of 12, not out. West Indies women win this second match and the series by 8 wickets.
And here's our MasterCard priceless moment of the match. None other than that catch by Shameen Campbell leaping to her left and just grabbing that one mid-air. What a wonderful moment that was. Celebration and smiles. What a moment by Shameen Campbell.
Well, this is the schedule between West Indies and Ireland. The ODIs, they've completed that. West Indies won the ODI series, and now they've sealed things off with the second T20 win by 8 wickets. One more match that starts on Saturday at 5 p.m. Now, time to join Alex Jordan for the presentation.
Hello and welcome to the end of match presentation for this second T20 international between West Indies and Ireland. Before we get into it, of course, I'd like to thank our sponsors, without whom this would not be possible. Thank you very much to CG United. Thank you also to MasterCard. And of course, it's a big thank you to Blue Waters. First, I would like to welcome the losing captain, Laura Delaney. Laura, commiserations. We've got to stop meeting like this. Maybe 10, 15 more runs. You were a little short tonight.
Yeah, we were definitely short. I think we can definitely have a look at our boundary count. That's probably one area that the West Indies exploited more than we did. Found it hard to rotate the strike at times in the middle period as well. And I think you look at Hayley and how she's batted throughout this series, that's definitely something that we can learn from.
Well, I thought you guys were very good in the field. I don't know if you thought there was an improvement there. And wonderful to see Amy Hunter into the runs.
Yeah, it is great to see Amy in the runs. She has so much potential, still a very young player, and opening the batting, that comes with a little bit of pressure, but she's taken that well, particularly with the gloves as well. So it's great to see her step up. And yeah, look, I thought we had great energy in the field. It's a really great group. You know, they bounce back really well. But yeah, obviously itching to get that W.
Well, Laura, you got another chance on Saturday. How do you rally the troops to come back big, even having lost the series?
Yeah, I think this group is pretty ambitious, and that's obviously a great thing to have, particularly when a series goes like this. We'll obviously debrief and then reset and go again on Saturday.
Thank you, Laura, and commiserations tonight.
Thank you so much.
Laura Delaney, the Irish captain. All right, time now for our Player of the Match award. First, I'd like to introduce who the award will be presented by, and that's Mr. Christopher Gustave. He is Marketing Manager, Caribbean Events and Sports, St. Lucia Tourism Authority. Good evening, Mr. Gustave. And Player of the Match this evening goes to none other than Hayley Matthews for her wonderful 50 off 39 balls with 9 fours. And that followed her 1 for 24 off her 4 overs. Congratulations, Hayley. I guess some people would think you're the best all-rounder in the world or something. How good did you feel after tonight? How much did you enjoy that innings?
Yeah, I'm glad to get out there today and obviously have a much better time attacking with the bat. I think the girls did a great job once again to get Ireland restricted to the 113, and yeah, it was just nice to go out there and get some out the middle early on.
Obviously, we're talking to you as a player of the match, but you're also the captain of this wonderful side. So many positives compared to the first T20, would you say?
Yeah, for sure. I think, look, the way that we chased this score today was a lot better, a lot less nerve-wracking. So that was really good to see. Obviously, Shabika Gajna began to spend some time at the crease. A good power play with Rashada Williams, who wouldn't have had the best time in the series. So good to see her get to spend some time at the crease as well. And yeah, in the bowling department, just our pacers came through. Shamilia O'Connell, Cherry-Ann Fraser, they bowled wonderfully, and then backed up by the spinners pretty well. Ashmini Munisar shining again.
Yeah, super economical. Well, I have to say to Captain Hayley Matthews, congratulations on winning the series, back-to-back series. What does it mean to you and your team?
Yeah, thanks. It means a whole lot. I think coming into this series, we had high expectations and really wanted to go out there and dominate both series. So it's really good that we've put ourselves in a position now to kind of take home all the games, and hopefully we can come out in the last one and finish it off well.
Yeah, speaking of which, what are you guys going to do between now and then? Maybe a little celebration this evening?
I don't know if we can celebrate yet. We still got that last game to go and capture. But yeah, definitely some time tomorrow to relax a bit, reflect on what happened today, and just prepare ourselves really well for the last match.
Hayley, well played tonight. Congratulations on the series win.
Thank you.
Well, a series win for West Indies. Ireland women scoring 113 in their 20 overs, and in reply, West Indies women achieving that target in 16.4 overs, courtesy a few very good innings and standout from skipper Hayley Matthews. West Indies eventually winning the second match and taking the series by 8 wickets. We have a day off tomorrow, and then on Saturday we finish off this white ball series between West Indies women and Ireland. Can Ireland come back? Well, we'll wait and see on Saturday. Thanks for your company and goodbye.